Hello, Schoolhouse Intuitive Tarot here. We are here for a Virgo May 2023 reading. Um, we are going to use tarot cards, oracle cards. We'll do a general tarot spread. And that's going to be sort of the overall messages for May. And then we're going to also be incorporating channeled messages where I'm actually channeling throughout the reading. So you may hear, maybe names that I'm calling out or phrases or places. It could be anything really. It could even be your name. So you'll know though if the message is for you. There are lots of people with the same name. So if it's for you, you'll know. Use your intuition always, always, always. And if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe. All the decks I use are in the description box. And please read that about in description section as well for important messages. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. I'm going to draw a couple of oracle cards. I do want to mention, Virgo, that, also I will pull specifically a few cards about love and career at the end of the reading. But this is sort of general, whatever comes out, comes out. Before this reading, though, I do want to tell you I was getting Fox for you, Fox energy. And that's about, the fact like there being magic around you. And yeah, so like situation shifting, making sure you're not revealing too much of your plans, and like look at things that might be hidden in plain sight. What's hidden around you maybe that you're not quite seeing. If you have that gut feeling, that inkling, you're probably right on. All right. Next, what came up for you was crocodile as well. I had fox and then I had crocodile pretty closely following that. And this is about trusting in yourself. So trusting in your own magic then when you combine that with the fox. Also, I'm a fan of Ted Andrews, and Mr. Ted Andrews, author of Animal Speak, many others, he would say that a new birth is near. And this is about you trusting your instincts, doing what's right for you, doing whatever, putting forth the effort, because your strengths and creativity and effort are what's going to bring that balance for you. And so those are messages regarding fox and crocodile. They're pretty similar. I actually want to get a divine number to get started. Whoops, that's too many. We have 1919. That's a sign of patience. Patience and hard work make dreams a reality. Okay, I'm not surprised to see a message like that, as kind of already have started out with that energy about you believing in your gifts, your skills, your talents, your creativity. Next we have macaw. Express yourself colorfully. So we are getting creative energy here, okay? This may be reminding some of you to kind of let your hair down, so to speak, for those with hair. If not, it's just simply a message of, letting your light shine now, no matter what's going on around you. And also, expressing yourself authentically, not that you're not, it's just maybe giving yourself that freedom, that flexibility to do things maybe for the pure enjoyment, and not even having to explain it to anybody. Okay, let's go ahead and get a couple of these coffee cup oracles. And then we'll jump into tarot. Oh, what do we have? We have a few popped out. I think 4. Okay, so 4, that could be an important number for you. Okay, we have old man. That's inheritance. Male figure, possibly. I don't always go, but well, we'll see how this goes. We have magic, curse, witch. Again, that's not revealing your plans too quickly with that fox energy. Be careful you're not getting outfoxed, right? You can't outfox a fox, that kind of saying. So making sure that, that you're not revealing all your secrets, that you're not revealing all your plans, that you're not, as earlier, I'm hearing Claudia right now, Claudette even, clandestine. I don't know. Anyway, that's coming through. I'm hearing house, or I'm seeing house as well. I'm hearing someone knocking on your door, actually. That's coming through right now too. So someone may be trying to get your attention. It could be spirit trying to get your attention. It is. I just saw 444 on the clock. That is a sign that you are on the right path. Okay, Virgo, that's the sign you're on the right path to something here. And then we have flowers, romance, sweetheart, or sweetness. Yeah, some of I think this could have to do with, again, not, this is like you being yourself, the way a flower blossoms uniquely and beautifully, colorfully, adding some color to your life, adding some fun to your life. Maybe things have gotten to be a little bit too serious. This sweetness can have to do with, and just joy in general. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be the relationship too that you're having with yourself now. We'll see what else comes out. This old man energy here. I'm feeling like, there's like something you're waiting on or searching for, maybe. Yeah, I'm not getting a full description on that, but it could be, you're waiting. There could be some sort of family property. Okay, there could be. And also some of you may be just straight up relocating. I'm also getting porch. Someone's building a porch. Porch can also be a last name or another name of some sort. Okay, I'm getting Michigan State. I'm also getting the interstate, something to do with the interstate for some of you. I'm hoping, I'm hoping you're all safe. Okay, I hope you're all safe. Wear your seatbelts, please. And again, I'm just one person with some tarot cards and an opinion and a connection to spirit. You can choose to believe it or not, or follow my instructions or not. It's completely up to you. You totally have free will. I'm also being led to get just one more oracle before tarot. June 28th could be significant to you. I also have, trusting your intuition. You're getting all kinds of messages here about trusting yourself with that fox, with that crocodile, believing in your own magic here. But, this does come with, like I said, the making sure that you're believing in your own magic, but not revealing other plans. And if you have this mentality that you're cursed in some way or whatever, that's hopefully something you can get yourself out of, because that's not the kind of energy you would want to attract for yourself. You want to stay as high vibration and in your own light as you can, and as connected to source as you can. I feel that things like curses or whatever, the more power you give them mentally, then the more you're likely to convince yourself that something's happening to you. But I'm not saying everything's in your head, but we won't get into my opinion on this. But so just making sure you're being careful with your with everything, or the people around you. I'm hearing meditation as well. Some of you may want to meditate. I'm also getting Rochelle. Trusting your intuition. My life is truly guided. You are truly guided. You are truly blessed. Whether you feel that or not, we are all here living this life, and I feel that alone is a blessing, but I'm not going to get all preachy here. That's not what I do on this channel. I'm here. Okay, I'm getting a T-Rex. Somebody may refer to you as a T-Rex for your strength and your tenacity. All right, let's go into tarot. August 16th could be important too. We have the Fool card. What a great way to start a reading. This is the new beginnings. This is your high hopes. This is optimism. This is, that dawning of a new day. This is not being afraid to take a chance. This is a curious energy. This is a fun, loving energy. This is also not being afraid to let yourself wander a little. I know that can be difficult, but feeling the fact that you have freedom, and not being dissuaded by other people. I'm also getting, some of you are doing a life review. I'm hearing those words, life review, and you may be reflecting on a lot of things. It's important to forgive yourself if you're feeling there. I'm getting something about someone needing to forgive themselves, and that, that could be the source of some frustration and some other things that maybe you're not quite aware of, that could be keeping you stuck in maybe a past situation or something. Just that's coming in. It could have to do with love, because I am getting the planet Venus as well with this. Also, some of you, I am picking up on a furry companion. Some of you may be adopting. You may have already looked at some dogs or even cats at shelters and things. But you could be, I'm hearing Herman. So I don't know if some of you have had a pet named Herman, or if that name means anything else to you, but some of you it may resonate. And then remembering to only, the Fool travels lightly, only carrying this small pack. and being their true authentic self and realizing that that's really what life is all about, right? And you always have that chance to start anew. I'm getting that, starting anew. And if it's in your heart and you're really getting this inkling over and over, maybe trust it. So I'm also getting, yeah, with the full card. So remembering those lessons, okay? Remembering those lessons. You have this old man, though, actually. This could be also you seeking wisdom from someone, or you could have had someone crossed over that has older male energy. This could be, I'm hearing grandpa right now. This could be somebody, I'm also getting Evelyn. So, and Linda. All right. So this could also be something, I'm hearing Milo. This could be something that, uh, you want to keep in mind. Just learn those lessons. I dropped a few cards. Keeping the lessons with you, but not letting them drag you down, not baggage. Uh, all right, so we have Two of Pentacles. This is making that decision. Oh boy. So we already have 3 major arcana out. Oh my goodness. So you are making some sort of decision, huh? I'm hearing it's a battle against oneself, possibly. Self-care is also coming up, is very important for you. All right. I'm getting the name Rocky. Okay, I'm hearing Seven of Swords, seeing Seven of Swords too. I see and hear and feel things simultaneously. So I'm just like, you know, it's all coming out. So if I mix up C or whatever, to me, it all feels the same right now when I'm doing the reading and channeling. So just so you're aware. All right. So the Two of Pentacles, yeah, trying to keep that life balance here, that balance, things in check. You may be trying to balance some sort of relationship right now. It could be with a Gemini. It does not have to be. This is the like the soulmate card possibly, but it can also be, doesn't have to relate directly to lovers. This could just be feeling, you're aligned with something, feeling your harmony, feeling a choice. So feeling uh, like prismatic is the word that's coming in. Prismatic, a lot of wand energy I'm getting too. So that is like rocking your own fire. You've got your own fire going on. You're aware of all your special gifts and talents, hopefully, and maybe something you're working on, and you're really seeing yourself as that sparkly diamond that everybody else sees you as. Okay, you are that earth sign, so you are. I'm sure many of you really you've probably been called diamonds or gems by other people. All right, we have Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords, that could be some sort of deceptive energy, sure, but it can also be that knowing when it's time to leave. This person looks pretty calm. I mean, they're keeping their eye out, but I don't feel like, I mean, she's wearing heels, and she's kind of standing still. I don't see any real movement happening. So she's kind of like, yeah, I've decided I'm going to take my swords. Maybe she's, built that barrier here with these 2 swords. That's also an 11. So maybe there's been some sort of a rejection even that's actually Spirit's way of redirecting and protecting you. I've heard that before from many different people, even on YouTube, that, that whole rejection is redirection and protection. I don't know the first person who said it, because I've heard like 5 people say it just in the last 2 months. So I just saw 1313 as well. That's 44 as well. This is good for, stability, foundation. If you're wanting to know if you're on the right path, yes, but you are encouraged to have that patience, Leo. All right, I'm getting Pomeranian even, and Corgi. Again, we're with the dogs. I'm getting a lot of dog energy. So I'm hearing Biscuit even. So, all right, with the Seven of Swords too, it could be about, escaping, just escaping in some way. It is, generally it is sort of a calculating energy, but calculating doesn't have to mean deceptive. It doesn't have to mean deceit or sneaking. It means that you're thinking things through maybe, and you figured it out. Like, this is now you're getting out of whatever this is going on here. So again, this is about May. The messages that I channel from like loved ones, those sort of messages are timeless, but the cards on the table really are mostly about May. The tarot is mostly about May. So it's the energy surrounding us, and it could already be with you at this time, okay? I'm getting someone about some of these folks are moving too. So, and maybe you're worried about their safety. That's, it's almost like you're worried about them as they would worry about you, their child. Yeah, that seems like it's an expansive thing for everyone, though, in some way. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting. I'm feeling the 3 of Wands. So I'm feeling like, maybe it's something they've wanted to do for a long time, and just kind of, you know, once things settle down and they're adjusted and things like that, and maybe the whole family can adjust to that change. It could be because they're retiring, I'm not sure, but um, I'm also getting sage. It could be a good idea for some of you to employ some cleansing techniques, to get rid of any sort of toxicity around you. Um, so you could burn sage, Palo Santo. Again, this is, you know, your decision if you choose to do this or not. Some of you, if you have asthma, I would not encourage smoke in any way, or, you know, kids around or anything like that. But so always safety first, please. I'm not encouraging the use of fire. You grown-ups. So I do have to be careful on this. You know, I have to be careful when I'm putting out messages. So I just want to make sure everyone's being safe. But yeah, if you want to look up some ways of sort of cleansing your aura and your energetic field, that might be a good idea if you're feeling like that. I'm also hearing lofty goals right now. Some of you do have some goals, but I feel as though you've already achieved things that are even harder. So making sure you're not getting distracted, and I know some of you are focused on this golden opportunity. Either you're waiting for it to happen, or you're seizing that opportunity now, and maybe you want to know if you should in fact make that decision or not. If it aligns with your heart and your intuition, that's probably giving you a pretty good indication, right? Tuning into the body is incredibly important. You know, especially as a spiritual being. I mean, there really isn't any sort of separation between, you know, mind, body, spirit. And so if you're doing something or with somebody or whatever, I'm getting discontinuation. Some of you are discontinuing some sort of relationship or anything, could be even a project, job, moving or whatever. And that's happening because maybe you're not feel it's something about it. It's either the mental fatigue or stress, or it's just not, it's not feeling aligned. There's something about it. It could even actually giving you headaches or stomach aches, maybe the thought of it or just the stress of it. So that's coming up too. It actually could be tied to relocation for some of you. The relocation could be as simple as a transition from one job to another. You could be relocating to a different department in the company you're working for. I'm also hearing Blake and Riley at this point, and Caesar. So, you know, this could be something. Okay, I'm hearing somebody likes banana, but they didn't like artificial banana. It's like they like banana though, like banana cream pie, banana pudding, or I don't know, but if they don't want the of artificial kind. And also pistachio ice cream is also coming in too. Hearing uh, Dino, maybe there's a name. It's starting with the D. Uh, Dante, Darius, even. There's something along those lines. Damon. I'm getting, these are names, some of them actually have come up in other readings, I think. It's as though their energy, it's coming through, or maybe the person hasn't found the reading. I don't know, but sometimes I will get repeat names, and it could actually be totally different energies. I did feel like there's something new about this one though, but then when I went into the other three, you know, D starting names, male names, traditionally, it kind of gave me that older energy, kind of like wanting to come through again. So I know some of you have some serious guides working with you. You may have felt their presence with you. Some of you could have something even with the vacuum cleaner. That's very specific for somebody. And also there's something to do with them getting a rattling on the window. I don't know if that's something you're actually experiencing, or if you feel as though you're wondering if that's a guide. It probably is if you've wondered it and I just said it in your reading. Could be, right? It could be. So again, tap into your own higher knowing to realize that if it's yours or not. Yeah, this is a pretty, I mean, your energy is pretty solid though. I mean, you might not feel it, but this is pretty, I want to know what I'm missing though. I mean, I feel like there's way more to this. I feel like it's overall, it's about, I was just going to say overall satisfaction. I mean, your cards are plopping out all at once. So things may be happening for you kind of all at once in May. You might get pockets of that, like a spike and things happening, and then it drops, and then a spike again. And so we'll see. Queen of Cups, okay, and that's that staying grounded, staying in the flow, but also that's using your intuition. I feel there should be a moon here personally. But this is again, you know, guarding what's most dear to you. Maybe you know, the shells protect the pearls, you know, and You know, so it could be like you're just make sure that you're protecting. You may be protecting your heart right now, and that's for good reason. Okay, that seems like it's for good reason. All right, and some of you are something connected with the library. I'm getting the library, and I'm also getting something like a museum of science or artifacts, or there's something there as well. Okay, so some of you are studying moon energy as well. I'm getting from this card. I'm getting that. Yeah, making sure, yes, you're staying in the flow, but also being grounded. You are an earth sign. So I think out of all the signs, you're probably the best at you know, remaining grounded or connected to the earth, possibly. But I mean, we all have our struggles, right? No matter what our sign is. So, because we have a lot of other elements, not just one sun sign, right? Okay, and then I was getting the Four of Swords. Okay, and here's the actual card. So this is taking that time out, that retreat. I'm seeing this person holding their stomach. So again, I'm wondering if some of you are having some sort of stomach issues. I'm hearing ice cream. It could have to do with ice cream. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor. I'm not in your house, so I wouldn't know either. All right. Started Banana-rama. I don't know. Somebody with their bananas. I'm getting like a human. Anyway, so all right, I'm getting sort of a clowning around sort of energy. Somebody having either an aversion to clowns or really liking clowns that maybe they've passed on, and they're like, they actually at one point did dress up as a clown or really liked clowns. I'm getting something about that. Some of you may also need a bigger car, I'm getting, so maybe switching to more of a family vehicle. Whoops, I just dropped a nice big piece of hematite on the floor, and that was pretty heavy. I'm glad it missed my foot. All right, we have Knight of Pentacles. This could be an offer coming in. If it is, that's a pretty stable offer. This person looks pretty determined and focused. This could actually be your energy too, grabbing a hold of an opportunity that is coming towards you too, because I'm seeing a very fixed gaze, and someone who's very, you know, they're ready to do the work, or they have done the work, they're putting the work in. Now, there's something else about this Queen of Cups I'm supposed to be telling you, so I need to just see what else. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. So that was the message, you know, about somebody, maybe their folks are relocating or something like that. I'm also getting Washington of some kind. So I'm getting Felix. All right, so all right, yeah, this is, you know, yeah, waiting for your ships to come in and all that, you know, the typical what people would say about the card. But I feel as though there's something else. There's something here with this water. It's drawing me to this water. I'm getting, well, somebody gets motion sickness. I'm picking up on that right now, but it's not just that. It's something seems far off in the distance, and that's an illusion. Okay, that's just an illusion. It's like a mirage, you know, in the desert. It's not. It doesn't. It's not as it appears. There's something that isn't as it appears. It could be your like something seems too far off, or it could be, again, making sure you're paying attention to everything in the environment and all the little details, because it could actually be something that that's right there that you may not be seeing. And I don't want to stress anybody out, you know, and I know Virgos very, usually the Virgos I know in my life, and I have a little Virgo in my chart too, very detail oriented. I think that's where I get the perfectionist side of my personality too, and I don't look at that as a bad way, as a bad thing either. Okay, some of you actually have a lot of Virgos you're connected to. I'm hearing someone's doing something just straight up for the cause. There's a cause, there's something near and dear to you maybe, but I'm hearing straight up for the cause. Maybe you're seeing if other people are up to support you or this cause, this mission maybe, perhaps. Okay. All right. I'm getting Bonnet. It could be the name of a place or street. Bonnet could be a name in general. All right. Bonnet too is going to kind of protect your crown chakra too. So maybe again, it's about keeping out the illusions that maybe other people are trying to place upon you or in your energy, Virgo. I want to know if there's anything else. There's something I'm missing. I feel like the Lion, the strength should be here. I feel like that's coming out too. We do have, if those of you are curious, we have a little bit of air with this Lover's card, Gemini. We've got, we have everything here except, I'm getting Miko. We're having everything here except in Stewart. Okay, Stewart. We're getting everything except air signs so far. So no, we have it right here. I'm sorry. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have our Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We have our, Sag, Leo, fire, or Sag, Leo, and Aries. I always forget Aries. I don't know why. And then we have the Queen of Cups here, and that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right. I want I need a little more clarification though. Messages for the greatest, highest good of Virgo. What do we need to know about May? What's coming up? We have a lot going on, it seems like, but it seems like there's one major decision. Okay, but there could be other changes. I do feel there is going to be an ending of some kind. Ten of Swords just popped in, even though it didn't come out. This card also wants to come out. Oh boy, Ten of Pentacles. Well, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, that's one of the good cards to have, especially for you being an earth sign. This is your legacy, and this is falling right in line with that sort of relocation, the inheritance, possibly a strong male figure maybe, or masculine energy. Male is not necessarily masculine, as we know, and female is not necessarily feminine, so it's just energies. Okay, and here we are. We have more dogs. That card does traditionally have dogs, but there's something, about dogs, okay? We have Two of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I wasn't actually planning on reading reversals in this reading, so I am going to say that this, again, it's right on top of the Gemini Lovers card here. This is about, aligning things, getting yourself, in a position where you can make a grounded, centered decision. Okay, it could have to do with love. I'm just saying. This is also getting some self-care though too, and this is something seeming like it's really kind of far away, but in fact it's not. It's right around the corner. And there's the lion. I wanted a lion and I got a lion. Now that's your strength, okay? And also you could be connected to a Leo, and some of you are on the cusp. By the way, I will be posting May readings for each sign. It's just taking me a little while to get through each one of them. It was something I decided to do sort of last minute. It's like at the end of the month, I decided I'm going to do monthly readings for every sign. And I'm actually a new channel, so I'm trying to develop a schedule. You've got that Wheel of Fortune though here, okay? And I do post weekly collective readings. So the Wheel of Fortune here, I mean, this is, I'm hearing luck in your favor. You have a significant amount of, you've got a lot of people here. You've got, you also have a lot of, again, this is like expansive energy. So you're growing something. Things are coming your way. It does look like it could have to do with your pentacles, because I'm seeing a giant pentacle here, but I feel like it has more to do with your overall happiness and wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups would not surprise me if that were to come out at this time. I'd like a little clarification though, please. Spirit, what? Oh, so something about this reading, my rocks are falling all over the place. So I don't know if that has to do with anyone. Rockwell, even. I don't know there's something about rocks here. It could be part of a name. But there's definitely something going on with these crystals here. Okay, maybe some of you also, you're feeling a little restless at this time, and you do want to do some things to get yourself grounded. One quick way, by the way, speaking of clearing your energetic field, is in the shower. If you can just let that water hit your crown chakra and just imagine everything, not in your greatest highest good, just washing over you, falling down into the drain, surround before you get out of the shower, encompass yourself with protective light, healing light, thank your guides and angels, of course, thank whatever deities you believe in. It's important that we express gratitude for the abundance that we already have in order to create more abundance. Okay. And when I say abundance, I'm not just talking about money, and I know you all know that. All right. So I'm going to get a little bit of more clarification here. What else do we need to know for Virgo? Messages for the greatest, highest good here. Virgo. Oh, we're getting this. And then I'm getting, okay, so there's sharing of yourself. Okay. Sharing your uniqueness. Now the zebra does have to do with being unique. And it has to do too with sort of blending your best attributes. Okay, that's what I'm picking up off of that. It's also when the zebra appears, it's about your own like agility. Okay, it's about your own agility, and that having that brings success. It's not necessarily your strength, although strength is an awesome power. Maybe that's why we didn't get the full on lion, but it's your agility. And lions are also very agile. So this is not confronting things unless you have no other choice. Okay, and I'm also getting cobra, and the cobra knows when to strike at the perfect time. So basically, you're not going to do that according to this reading. It's not advised to just lash out or strike out, or You'll want to work around your problems and obstacles in a more of a strategic way. And that could be also that's that Seven of Sword energy that we had, right? That's that Seven of Swords right here. All right. She's looking pretty methodical here. It's not looking like, she's just running away. It looks like, yeah. And now you know. That's what I'm getting. Like, and now you know. Like, so, all right. So you're an incredibly generous being, and you're sharing of yourself, okay? Trusting your intuition, but letting yourself be yourself fully. That's, again, that authenticity that's coming through. It's actually coming through with a lot of signs. I don't know if somebody has pet gerbils. There's like a complaint about who's cleaning it up or something. Getting that. Getting Tasha. All right. What else do we need to know? Virgo. Wondering if someday I should just do just straight up channeling and no, not even any, not, maybe go just a couple of cards, but like the rest is like just channeling for the viewers. Possibly. That could be someday, I'm also getting warrant even. So could be something. I'm not saying any of you get that, but getting miraculous recovery. Someone's made a miraculous recovery. It could even be a pet from surgery, that there's a miraculous recovery on the way. And we have the hold your vision fixed moon. All right. So yes, keeping your vision. And then I have step out of your comfort zone, north node. All right. So that is something that, and your dedication and your drive and your determination is really what's going to get you what you want, following your intuition and obviously putting in the work. That's what's going to do it. I want to get a little bit more information though. I'd like to use this deck, the African Goddess Rising. Is there something that we're missing? Is there some sort of, what kind of power should we be stepping into? What would help us the most, Spirit? What would help us the most on our path of evolution here and our journey of self-discovery? And what is it that we need to know, especially for May 2023, please? This one. We have Mawalisa. I hope I'm saying that right. This is your cosmic power. That's the number 2. Okay, now 2, that's that partnership. Remember, we had that 2 of Cups. We also had the alignment card of the Lovers too. So with this card, this has to do with, it's the element of air, first of all. And this has to do with, it's the force of mother and father, God and goddess. It's Mawu is the moon. And I really do apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong. And that's going to be the divine feminine energy. And then the sun is actually going to be the divine masculine. So they're coming together. The idea is they're coming together for an eclipse here. And that's creating all that cosmic power. So you could be stepping into some sort of partnership, okay? So I'm being reminded of this. It's John Muir quote. It's the light shines not on us, but in us. Okay, so that's what we're reminded of with this card too, okay? And that you're in the right place. This is Lisa's guidance. You're in the right place. Release any sort of fear. Release the fear of having the power and the skills you have. Embrace your talents, okay? Because you are sacred, you are magic. You no longer have to pretend that you don't have power and that you are, you don't have to pretend anymore. If that was you, if you were feeling like you had to hide certain aspects of yourself, you don't have to do that anymore with this card. Okay, this is about rising up to your magnificence. This is about loving and respecting yourself. And that's going to be the key. Okay, that's going to be the key to unlocking, the future you seek, I feel. And this is about, your power not having to do it with like material things or what's going on outside you, and the fact that your power is pure energy, it's source energy, and that it can't be destroyed by anybody. Okay, this is an energy that you can use to create. This is the highest vibration form of energy. And also, by the way, before every single reading, I tune into Reiki, which is universal life force energy, and it's the highest vibration. Okay, it's the highest frequency. It's all about love. Reiki is love. Okay, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about cosmic power. That's energy of creation. Okay, that's energy that it's life. Okay, it's healing. I just saw 3443. So this is about you know, the same source that created you is the same source that you can tap into to create the life you want. Okay, Virgo, that's a main message I'm getting for you. I feel like that, yep, getting huge confirmation that is what you need to hear. So don't be afraid to, you know, shine your crown a little, you know, wear it with pride, right? All right, I'm getting another number here. Here we go. I'm getting Leon too, or Leonard, something even. Leonardo. All right, sign of good luck, 909. Wow, you have a lot of nines here, but 9 is your birth month too, but you have 5 nines. So, you know, this could be 99 could be your birthday. You could be born in 99, 91. We're getting you know, 19. There's just all kinds. This is about things changing in a positive way. Okay, that it's just coming along. Remember we talked about how it's coming along sooner than you think. Maybe it's not as far away as it looks in that 3 of Wands. All right. Now, part of the 3 of Wands, though, that's the inspirational action, creative energy. That's where you have to actually make that decision, though, right? To step out of your comfort zone. And I think we had a card about that. We did. It's right here. Step out of your comfort zone. So this is all tying in very nicely. Virgo, I actually really love these sort of readings that sort of really kind of flow nicely, where it all sort of it comes about in a way that it's not fragmented. It seems just like Virgo. It's very structured, very organized. You know, it's perfect. Of course, it's a Virgo reading. Now, I would like to get a few cards for your. I want to get you an animal card. We're going to do the career part and then the love part after that. Let's get you an animal card, Virgo. What sort of animal do we have? Red squirrel. Now, generally, these have a lot to do with activity, okay? So card 43, that's number 7. 7 having to do with spirituality, maybe spiritual tests. So this has to do, red squirrel, with your resourcefulness, vigilance, preparation, busyness. Okay? So there's that. I want to get one more of these for some reason. I'm also getting eagle in general, and that's like soaring above. That's that energy. That's that, again, your power and how, you know, it's not a forced kind of power, okay? It comes with ease because it's pure. This is card 41. It's the tree frog, soul song, meditation, creation. Weren't we talking about that? I feel like we should have the Empress here. And rebirth. So yes, you are ending some sort of cycle, it seems like, and it already probably did end. I'm getting Selena, and also like Sashalina as well. So also Patrick. Malachi too. All right, and I don't know if somebody called you Muffin or they call you Muffin, but there's something there too. I'm hearing Muffin, like a sweet way. Let's get you a success card. These are for, like, you know, entrepreneurs, or you can really apply it to any part of the reading too. This one and this one. So we have 2 cards for that. So far we have copyright 42. Okay. That's because this is to do with legal issues, okay? And then we have 15, strategic planning. Again, there's that 7 of Swords reminding me of strategic planning. No, not everybody's going to read it that way, but that particular card, that energy right now coming through in this Virgo reading for May 2023, that's what came forward with the 7 of Swords. So card 15, this is for every minute spent in organizing, an hour is earned. That's by Benjamin Franklin. Speed is important, but I also feel those names could be important to you. I'm getting some of you, and also Bennett, but Benjamin and Franklin. Okay, so we have Speed and Emmett. Speed is important, but also consider your finances and environmental factors like holidays, competition. Physically draw out on a paper a timeline of all the things that need to happen, by when and how long they will take. All right. Okay, and then we have to minimize your timeline. What should you prioritize and when? And who can you receive support from when the workload is high or you lack expertise? Those are some things to be thinking about, possibly. And we have copyright. This is a quote by Dan Poynter, author and speaker. Copyright, copy, write, steal ideas, steal facts, but do not steal words. Copyright is a form of automatic protection of creative work, usually lasting 50 to 100 years. That could be important to you, that number. Research for more details on what is copyrightable. Then use it's that little circle with the C in it, alongside the year of the creation to better protect your intellectual property. What have you produced that is copyrightable? This also has to do with you being your own true self, and people, you hear like imitation is the highest form of flattery or something or something to that effect. Okay, so have you used an online tool to make sure you haven't accidentally copied anybody else's work? That could be relevant for some of you. Okay. Libby. Oh. Okay, next we have getting a C Medley's card. Why? I do not know. That's just what I'm being told to. And I flip it over. Oh, it's called, okay, it's protection. Keep some aquamarine close. Aquamarine, it's the stone of March. It's a very, like a light bluish, sometimes it has a little bit of greenish to it. Keep some aquamarine close. Mermaids' tears have been known to create these precious gems. Remember, I was telling you there's something more about that Queen of Cups here. Maybe that's what we were picking up on, because I did mention gems. Gems has come up a couple times for you throughout this reading, with my rocks falling on the floor, with this coming up. The fact that I mentioned, pearls, the fact that I mentioned your diamonds, someone maybe called you gems. You could have a name, Gemery even, or Emery too, Carlisle. Carlisle comes through a lot. So, all right, so there's that. And then recharge. And I got patience. I had looked at him, so I have to. I'm hearing if you can talk the talk, you can walk the walk. So that's not something I say. So that's coming through for somebody. Recharge. There's nothing like a walk on the beach to soothe your soul, or you could just comfortably lay down on this bed with all the swords here. All right. And then we have patience. The tide will come in when it's ready. Ah, yes. There we are. There it is. And what did we get first off? Look at how lovely this reading. Thank you, guides. Really, thanks for showing up and helping me communicate these messages in a way that can be understood and received for healing and happiness. All right. So when I say healing, it's spiritual healing. I'm not an MD. All right. Okay, we're going to move into love. So this has to do, these cards, I just want to say that the squirrel and all these, this was all about career, but it can also have to do with overall energy of the entire reading, okay? But I like to have cards that are specifically career, specifically love, just so it can help us kind of zero in on what it is the Spirit wants us to see. Love messages for Virgo, please, for May 2023. What's coming up? What's going on? I'm hearing retaking your power, maybe recharging your battery. Did something just fall out? No, I felt as though something fell out. I heard it. I just heard click it or ticket. So I'm getting that seatbelt message again. Okay, sometimes that'll come up in my readings. It's almost like Spirit just wants me to remind everybody to be, very safe when driving, not be texting, all that stuff. All right. Even in rush hour, I just heard. All right, so rekindle. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. But I'm also getting fox now, see? So it's like making sure you're not getting played. I don't know how else to put that. Got 333 there as I said that. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. That's true. I just saw 43, but only you, Virgo, know if that's a relationship that's in your greatest, highest good for you to go back to. And how do you know? By tuning into your wisdom, tuning into your heart. How does your heart feel? Literally and figuratively. How does your gut feel? Literally and figuratively. We house a lot of nerves in our stomachs, okay? And if some of you are getting those stomach aches, there's a reason for that, okay? And that's, in the anxiety, there could be some anxiety coming up, okay? Let's see what else. And I'm not a mental health professional either. And if you know someone in crisis, or you yourself are feeling in crisis or having thoughts of depression and things like that, please dial 988. 988. Here we are. Rejoice. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. And I looked at the bottom and we have 1111. All right, so this is about, again, it can be in general, it can be self-love, it's love in general. I did not say it has to be romantic, right? But you did have the Lover's card, but that can have many meanings, as we spoke about. You're getting patience a couple of times here. All right. I'm also getting hanging basket flowers. Some of you maybe just put some out. I'm also seeing hot pink. I'm seeing purple as well. Yellow, there's a lot of yellow here. So that doesn't necessarily have to be flowers, but we are getting that sort of solar plexus glow with this reading. So this is, again, that's your self-confidence and your own willpower, your own power in general, your creative life force, okay? 1111 is an important reminder for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. Some of you could have a twin flame. Some of you could be separated. We're going to get some messages of love from the Messages of Love Oracle. Wouldn't that make sense? Why complicate it? I'm hearing we've been down this road before. Oh, wow. Yeah. So something that is like, I mean, the cards are like, wow. Okay. That was, it's like somebody does not want me to say that, I feel like, or something, or feeling as though that is a huge confirmation. You know, it's like a big confirmation. All right. It stopped me from talking. That's interesting. Some of you may feel like you just cannot communicate, and there could be some miscommunication. It's led to conflict. This one. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. That could be where you are right now with things. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. Okay, the dropping of the cards for me, that's a red flag. That there could be some sort of red flag. Now, remember, we talked about you know, being mindful of how much you reveal, but also what's not being revealed to you and your environment, okay? I'm also getting Jacob. And this is a super popular card, but I am getting a Subaru. I'm seeing the Subaru emblem. And then totally random, I'm getting Oreo. Oh, and I have forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. We spoke about that earlier in the reading. That is further confirmation for you. Oh, and we have one more. And this is interference, and external parties intruding on the relationship. Only you know that. If you don't already have an inkling of that, then disregard this card. Just throw it out, okay? I'm not here to upset anybody. You'll know more than I would on that. You'll be getting spiritual messages on that as well, okay? So this external party, that could be anything. It could be work, it could be family, it could be health, it could be children, it could be the fact that they don't have anybody to walk their dog if they're sleeping over at your place and you can't have dogs at your place or whatever. I'm getting so many things about dogs today again. But I'm hearing something about platonic. Somebody maybe told you that something was strictly platonic. Maybe you're questioning that. Okay. Any names want to come through on that? Roger. That's like, okay, though. That's maybe something, yeah. Okay. Desmond or Edmund. That one is one that may have wanted to come through as well lately. All right. And then different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Now, that's only for some of you, okay? That's one message for somebody. These cards could be like for one person. All right. And then different messages we have coming in. I want to get some, let's do yes, no's. Okay, we'll do yes, no for you. Nope, there's one thing we're doing first. Okay, this card wants to come out. Think of a yes, no, maybe question, and then I will turn the card over. There'll be a keyword and you'll get your answer. So pause the video if you need to. Ask one single love question. And again, remember, this is not set in stone. This is just the energy coming through for some of you right now. And the answer is children. Yes. So this, again, this could have been something going on. You could be on different pages as far as how to deal with children, or I'm sorry, raise children, not deal. We have pregnancy, children involved, and inner child wounds. This can also represent too. So remember having fun, right? Having that fun, expressing yourself colorfully if you're dating or whatever, or even in a relationship. That's always, you know, it's good to be able to express yourself in new and creative ways. But also if there's a relationship, that interference, it could have to do with children, because I did specifically say that. And I actually, did I say it first? I don't know. I'd have to look. Now, let's get another card for you. What else for love? We have reaching out. So this could be someone reaching out to you. You may have reached out and already started that, got the ball rolling. This could be a phone call, a text, an email, contact exchange. Take the initiative to reach out. But you know what? That's up to you. Forget about what the card says down there, taking the initiative. If you're wondering if you should take the initiative, then yes, this card might be confirmation for you. Okay. I'm also picking up on a relationship where people are bilingual. Very cool. So that's coming up too. It's because there's something about the communication here. There's like another way that you both share, I think, and I specifically was getting bilingual. Meredith. May. Okay, burdened heart. This could be obligations, burdens, difficulty, burdens weighing heavily on the heart. This could be for somebody, burdens weighing heavily on the heart. That could be why someone's not reaching out. Okay, there could be some self-forgiveness that needs to happen. And there could be somebody not really accepting what's gone on. All right. And then we need more information on this love stuff, though. For real. I don't know what's going on here. We need a little more information. Let's do a clarifying situations card. Give us more information, please, on this Virgo love stuff. What's up with the love stuff? May 2023, Virgo, please, spirit angels, guides, what do you have for us? Our Virgo viewers in mind, cross watchers in mind, what do you have for us, please, on this day, this lovely, lovely day? Oh, these two. Balance and assistance. I have a third one, answers. So, okay. Oh, nice. I'm so glad it went with the third. Balance. You're struggling so much. Oh, you're juggling so much. We had that Two of Pentacles here, and it's okay to put some things down, including lay yourself down maybe and rest. Let them find their own place. Right? Okay. So not having to adapt to somebody else and change to them and conform to them, but, being yourself and not, I'm actually hearing not chasing. I don't know if that's only going to apply to some of you. Please don't be offended, but that's what came through. Assistance. Ask for help when you need it. Receiving is also a way of giving. Because when you do that, you're giving someone the trust. You're also giving them the opportunity to show how much they care. All right. Some of us only give, especially, those of us that do a healing sort of profession. And it can be, when the expectation is that you're always the one giving, it can be difficult to ask for help, really. We have answers. The silence tells you all you need to know. Spirit always answers when you ask a question. The answer may be no, there's a better way. So this has to do with love, though. And I feel if you're not getting, I feel as though you're getting to be sent signs. Specifically, ask for signs if you'd like to do that. I just saw 333. Yes. So I feel like I'm on the right track here. Ask for signs to be sent to you. Ask to see a certain time on a clock. Ask for, a butterfly to fly in front of me today. Just saw a blue butterfly, actually, in my mind. So, actually, there aren't, I don't know where you live, but I don't really see too many blue butterflies around here. So it could actually be white. It could be a lovely monarch or one of those smaller pale yellow I'm seeing too. That could, but anyway, you could ask for the sign you want, I'm also getting footprints. I don't know what that's about, but there's something about footprints here. And I don't know if some of you have Ring cameras or what, but there's something about surveillance too. So not freaking anybody out. Sometimes I'll get pieces of messages. So it's for you to put, okay. Oh, okay. So I'm watching the card fall out of this deck. I wish you could see it. just slid right out. And then I put it back and it slid right out. This sometimes will happen with the decks. They will literally, the card will be almost placed in my hand. I was doing somebody's reading today. I was doing the Libra weekly reading coming up soon. And the card, it's like 3 cards just like flew out onto the table. I just like tapped this deck by accident. And anyway, we have 2 loves here. No, okay. Loving 2 people. You're not advised to get in any sort of love triangle at this time. Obviously, you may have a choice between 2 people. You could feel they have a choice between 2 people or more. But that's like low vibe energy. I don't really want that here right now. I don't sugarcoat the thing. Well, literally, I'm using a sugar love rush deck, and I'm like, I don't sugarcoat. But seriously, I'm not. I just had something else come in just now. Someone really likes the like lemon gumdrops and jelly beans, and there's like, and somebody else likes the licorice, right? Like black licorice, and that is somebody's like they just loved it, or that's you. I don't know, but somebody really loves that stuff, and the people around them are like, what? And there's also those like, remember those clove flavored gumdrops? Not my favorite at all. Like I would not eat one of those. Maybe if I was paid $100, I would. No, I don't know. I don't know what the price would be, but they're not my favorite. But I think they were the white ones, and some like it's like somebody liked those kind of things, or those circus peanuts. You know, I'm getting Necco wafers, I'm getting Velements, I'm getting all these different like candies that aren't other people's favorites, but they are to somebody else. Like it's an interesting, I'm not sure why I'm getting this whole candy dish situation. It's not the cards, that's not it. I pull these cards all the time. This is sometimes somehow a very detailed message about candies and chocolates, and not even necessarily chocolate. It's like the other candies. It's almost like anything but chocolate, unless it's a malted milk ball. Okay, people know. I'm also hearing the name Dudley, and I'm getting dearly departed. So that's maybe for somebody, okay? Rashina, um, is it Reginald, Reggie? Is it, what is that, please? Show me. I'm getting Raquel. I'm getting Raquel, but there's a male energy. You know what? It's this older man. It's this, okay, yep. So some of you have an older man energy, older male, sorry, watching over you. And you may feel that. I'm sure you feel it. I know you feel it actually. And also if they smoked, you sometimes smell that too, even. And I'm also getting that clove again. Somebody with clove. I'm not sure what that connection is, but that's for you to decide. Okay, so that did come through. I want to get you a few more messages here. I want another message about this. What can help us with this? I just feel like there's something going on. What more about love? What else do we need to know about love? Making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. Yeah, it's about that self-love again. I'm not saying May is not going to be a good time for love. It could be, but there's something here really focusing the attention on letting go of the past, accepting things. You know, if there was interference, you may never get the answer 100%, by the way, for some of you, okay? You might never get that answer for sure, but if it was enough to drive you away, then there's probably something to it, right? And then I have proceeding softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. That's come up a few times. All right, and then I'm going to get a final card for you here, Virgo. The love portion, you know, I often will get a little more. Okay, so I looked at the bottom of the deck, and yeah, this is you know why? Some of you may be letting go at this point. That's why I'm not picking up strong like love energy right now, but I am hearing somebody getting a cup of coffee. Somebody asked me to get a cup of coffee. So resistance, letting go, the cycle's ended. It's time to let go to experience new growth. It's vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation to make room for new things to enter. Go within to find what's holding you back. Change is necessary in the situation. All right. So I wish you all the best. I try to keep these to under 1 hour because of I have a hard time uploading if I don't. So here we are at 59 minutes and 50 seconds. So all of you take care. Please have a wonderful May, and we'll talk soon.